Welcome, everyone, to Tech Ed. Today, we're exploring a technology that blurs the line between science and psychology, emotion recognition technology, or ERT. It's the field where artificial intelligence tries to understand something uniquely human, our emotions. Imagine a computer that can tell if you're happy, stressed, or distracted, not by what you say, but by the tiny cues your face and voice reveal. This isn't science fiction. It's happening now across classrooms, hospitals, and even our cars. Emotion recognition technology is built on the idea that our expressions, tone, and physiology reflect what we feel. By teaching algorithms to recognize these signals, engineers hope to create systems that can respond more naturally, machines that are emotionally aware. This doesn't mean giving AI feelings of its own. It means enabling technology to adapt to human mood, to adjust its responses just as a good teacher, doctor, or friend might. Here's how it functions behind the scenes. Cameras, microphones, or even smartwatches collect data: a raised eyebrow, a quiver in the voice, a spike in heart rate. Machine learning models trained on thousands of emotion-labeled examples analyze those patterns. The AI then classifies emotions: joy, anger, boredom, surprise, often in real time. A tutoring app might sense frustration and slow down. A car might notice fatigue and suggest a break. It's the science of teaching empathy through data. The roots of this technology lie in a field called affective computing, introduced by MIT researcher Rosalind Picard. Psychologists like Paul Ekman identified a set of universal facial expressions: happiness, fear, sadness, anger, surprise, and disgust, that became the building blocks for emotion AI. By combining psychology, neuroscience, and computer vision, ERT allows machines to read emotions as patterns rather than mysteries. It's a fascinating partnership between human intuition and mathematical logic. You might be surprised where this technology is already working. Marketers use it to test advertisements and see which emotions drive attention. In online learning, AI tutors analyze students' expressions to detect confusion or engagement. In healthcare, emotion-aware systems help therapists monitor patients' moods over time. Automotive companies use it to prevent accidents by sensing anger or drowsiness behind the wheel. Even law enforcement experiments with it, though that's where controversy begins. There's no doubt ERT brings benefits. It makes digital systems more responsive and personal. It gives mental health professionals new, non-invasive tools to understand emotion. It helps designers and educators build experiences that feel more human. When used carefully, it's not about replacing empathy. It's about amplifying it through technology. The promise is powerful: smarter machines that can listen beyond words. But every new power invites new risks. Emotion AI isn't always accurate. Emotions vary by culture, context, and personality. A smile might mean happiness in one country, politeness in another. Biases in training data can lead to serious misreadings. There's also the issue of privacy. What if public cameras silently analyzed your face, logging your emotions without consent? And then there's manipulation, using emotional data to influence decisions or behavior. When emotions become data, they can also become targets. Here's the heart of the debate. Should machines interpret emotions they can't feel? Can an algorithm ever truly understand a feeling? Or does it simply label it? And who owns your emotional fingerprint once it's recorded? These questions are fueling the rise of AI ethics, frameworks built around consent, transparency, and accountability, because emotional data isn't just personal, it's intimate. Emotion recognition technology is growing fast. Soon it may be woven into smart homes, workplaces, and wearable devices. The future could bring cross-cultural AI models that recognize context better, and hybrid systems where human oversight keeps the technology grounded in empathy. Governments are beginning to draft policies to ensure emotional AI respects privacy and fairness. The next generation of systems won't just be intelligent, they'll be emotionally literate. Emotion recognition technology stands as one of AI's most fascinating frontiers. It shows that understanding humans goes far beyond numbers. It requires insight into feeling. But it also reminds us that empathy cannot be coded. It must be chosen. As we teach machines to read our emotions, we must also teach ourselves to protect what makes those emotions human.